Welcome back to another guide for Roblox Starscape. Today I will be showcasing all the different turrets in the game and their strengths and weaknesses. I will also cover on how to make them. So there are two types of turrets in Starscape, mining related turrets and combat turrets. I will be covering all the combat turrets in this video. If you want to learn about mining turrets, I will be releasing a mining guide in the future. I will be showcasing the tier 1 version of each turret. To craft any of these, you need 60 coralite, 60 reknite, and 40 gallium. You can upgrade to tier 2 with 60 axnit, and tier 3 with 20 narcor. You can upgrade to tier 4 and 5 by using a blueprint, which only works for that certain type of turret. These blueprints can be dropped by drones and NPC pirates. Tier 5s are quite rare to get though, so just put that in mind. Onto the different turrets now. Firstly, there is the Flak turret. Flaks are projectiles that will explode when it is close to a ship. They have a large range, hitting ships up to 4,000 meters away. Flaks are designed to combat fighters and interceptors, and I think they're definitely the best turret to combat them. When facing a skilled fighter pilot, they will probably be able to dodge most other turrets, but they'll probably not be able to dodge flaks. Since flaks explode near a ship, they will easily hit any small ship and kill it quickly, even if you have pretty bad aim. Also, they have a very fast turning speed, just adding to the reasons why it can easily kill small crafts. However, they are very ineffective against large ships like corvettes, frigates, and destroyers. They have the lowest DPS, damage per second, out of each damaging turret, as you can see in this clip. If you encounter a frigate or a destroyer when you have flaks, you will most likely be killed. I would only recommend flaks if you are planning on combating any small ships. Next is the repeater. Repeaters are fast and pretty accurate, and they have moderate amounts of damage. They're average for combating fighters, but not the best. They're also okay for fighting larger ships, but if your opponent has good aim and a more high DPS turret, you will probably die. So in Starscape, there are energy and kinetic turrets. All the turrets I've explained so far are examples of energy turrets. Kinetic turrets have different types of damage. Kinetic turrets do 40% less damage to shields, but 25% more damage towards the hull. At first, this may seem bad, since there is less of a boost and there is more of a downside. However, most ships have less shields than hull, so kinetic turrets are actually useful in many situations. So onto the Chaingun, which is a kinetic weapon. The Chaingun is what you could call the repeater's kinetic counterpart. It is a rapid-fire machine gun. After about 10 or so seconds of firing, it needs a cooldown for about 5 seconds. This is a major disadvantage, since the enemy will get much more opportunities to fire at you. I personally think that chain guns are one of the worst turrets in the game, and I would not recommend using them. Next there is the beam, which is not a kinetic weapon. Each beam instantly delivers a large beam that lasts for about a second. These beams can deal over 100 damage each, and more if you upgrade it. Beam turrets deals the most damage per shot, but since it takes 5 to 10 seconds to fire them again, they will not have nearly as much DPS as cannons or coil guns, which I will be mentioning later on. When fighting large ships, beams are not great at short range because of our low DPS. However, at long range, they are very good. They can hit targets up to 5,000 meters away, and they have very good accuracy, and will hit the target instantly, making them very hard to dodge. Beams are also useful for fighting small ships. Although they turn very slow, it's almost impossible to dodge a beam. Railguns are the kinetic counterpart for beams. They are similar to the beams, but instead of a beam, it's a high damage blast. It being a kinetic turret, it does less to the shields and more to the hull. In this case, I think it is actually quite bad, since with Railgun's low rate of fire, the shields can recharge quite a lot, and takes a long time to finally get to the hull. Since it is not an instant shot like the beams, it's easier to dodge in a fighter. Overall, in most situations, beams are more useful than railguns, in my opinion. Onto the final two turrets, cannons and coil guns. These two turrets do the most DPS in the game. They are the perfect turret for short range and medium range, with beams being better for the long range, against larger ships. These will quickly kill larger ships, but the downside is they're easy to dodge in fighters, since they're relatively slow to reach their target. That's it for this video. If you enjoyed this guide, please subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I hope this helped you.